there, Leo, and welcome to your general reading with Divine Love Tarot. Happy birthday or belated birthday to my Leos. I know by the time this video goes up, it'll be Virgo season, but I just wanted to throw that in there. I tried to get your videos up as early as possible. I know that I've been putting videos up for the last week. For some reason, the Leo videos and the Virgo videos completely disappeared off of my drive. So it's like I sit here and record the video, and then when I go into the folder that's supposed to actually hold the recording, it's not there. So, it's like you sit here for 20 minutes and you do this whole reading and then you go and it's not there. So that happened with 3 of my videos. So had to regroup a little bit, and then there was Labor Day, but I'm back. Okay, so here we are getting your readings up today, which today is September 5th. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's still the beginning of September. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your general reading. Okay, 4 cards for the weekly energy, 1 card for your overall theme or energy for the month. Okay, first card you have, the beginning of the month, is the Sun card in reverse. Then you have the 5 of Cups. You have the 3 of Swords in reverse. And then you have Temperance in reverse. Okay, and then for the overall or underlying energies of the month, you've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. All right, Leo, so 7 of Pentacles in reverse, this represents delays, okay? This represents a lack of success in your plans. All right, so things that you planned or things that you expected are not going as you would hope. They're not panning out. All right, this can represent possible financial issues. Okay, and this also represents that you're just not focused. Okay, you're not working towards your goals, or something has happened to kind of throw you off of your focus. All right, beginning of the month, you have the Sun card in reverse. All right, so the Sun card in reverse can represent someone who's feeling burnt out. This can represent sadness, temporary depression, a lack of success, a lack of ambition. When you see the Sun in reverse, it may just be saying that you need a reality check, okay? Because sometimes when you see the Sun in reverse, you might be overconfident. Okay, you might be overconfident, you might be a bit conceited. So this card is asking you to be careful of how you express yourself. Okay, you don't want to come across offensively, or just come across like it's all about you and nobody else. Okay, the Sun in reverse can represent you're too confident. All right, there's either you're not confident enough, or you got too much confidence going on here. Okay, at the basic level, this could represent possible sunburn. So maybe, the first week of September is Labor Day weekend. You may have gone out and tried to get, the last bit of sun in, some, last weeks of summer fun, and you might have gotten a sunburn. So let's go ahead. We can clarify that. And you get the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles in reverse represents coming out of some sort of possible financial difficulties. Okay, this card represents someone who's focused on securing their future. This card represents the end of suffering in relationships, or the end of suffering with your finances, or a lack of security. All right. It can also represent the end of a relationship that was based on finances. Okay. This represents 2 people who are stuck in an unhappy marriage. All right. So you're coming out of that. So that's one possibility. Um, so you have the Sun in reverse, you were burnt out. So maybe, you were just burnt out financially. You were burnt out because you've been trying and trying and working hard, but not seeing the success of your labor. All right, so now it seems like there's a turnaround in that. Okay, we move on to the next week, which is represented by the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups represents disappointment, okay? But it represents focusing on your disappointment. All right, you're focusing on what was lost, and you're missing out on opportunities that are present. This can represent a possible breakup. All right, because when I look at, the middle of the month looks like there's some sort of relationship issues. Okay, this now it doesn't have to be, but that's just what I'm picking up. Okay, so for some people, you're having relationship issues. Other people are having troubles at work. Okay, someone here is having issues at work. The 5 of Cups represents a lack of focus, okay, or focusing on things that are irrelevant at work. All right, so that plays into the Seven of Pentacles also. That's saying that you're not focused on your work. Okay, we can go ahead and let's clarify this Five of Cups, see what's going on. You get the Tower in reverse. All right, so the Tower in reverse represents unavoidable changes. Um, it's not a sudden event, it's something that's been happening over time. All right, this represents issues with communication or harsh communication. At work, this represents stress, arguments, misunderstandings. All right, so for some, you have a relationship that possibly is coming to an end and it's just taken a long time. For others, you're having issues at work. You're having issues at work, and maybe that's why there's a lack of focus, or maybe the fact that you haven't been focusing at work is now starting to affect your work environment. Okay. This represents also a relationship that might have been built on lies or, just a shaky foundation. So if this is, the end of something, some like I'm saying, for someone this is the end of a relationship, okay, and it's just been coming, it's been dragging out, it's probably affecting your confidence a little bit. At the end of the month, middle of the month, you're trying to heal from this, but it's just a slow process. Okay. This represents letting go of hurt or having a hard time letting go of hurt. All right, this represents a possible messy three-way relationship. Okay, but if not, this represents misunderstandings at work also. So, like I said, there's something going on in your workplace where you maybe have been overconfident about something, and you didn't see the results that you expected, and now you're having some type of misunderstandings and arguments and disagreements with the people around you at work. All right, if not, something has happened in your personal life that's causing a lot of stress, a lot of tension for you. Okay, let's go ahead and this actually could be the possible end of, like I said, I think I said this already, end of a relationship. So let's go ahead and clarify this Three of Swords in reverse. All right, and we get the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Nine of Swords in reverse, this represents depression, but also that things are not as bad as you think they are. This can represent also slow healing from a painful situation. All right. This also is a warning to be careful with people in your life or new people coming into your life. Okay. At work, this represents that you're worrying. So now you are stressed out. You're worrying about whatever the situation is that's been happening at work. But what this card, this combination is saying that you kind of need to just focus on what you need to do. All right. Don't let the drama that's happening continue to cause you to be out of focus or to cause you to not be as productive as you're supposed to be. All right. Things do get delayed sometimes. All right. Plans do fall apart. Okay. And you can't let that affect your productivity. Okay. If it's the relationship, then, you're probably feeling a lot of negative feelings, but you're trying to heal. Okay. It's just a slow process, but you're trying to heal from this situation. All right. We can go ahead and clarify this Three of Swords again. And you get the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, Leo. So this also represents delays, setbacks. This represents someone who's holding back. Okay. Holding back from doing something that you want to do. So maybe at work, there's been delays or setbacks, but there's something that you want to do and you just haven't done it yet. All right. So, um, I feel like there's just issues with communication for someone at work. So if you've been overconfident, that might, spark some type of issues or jealousy. Or maybe you're overconfident, but you're not producing enough. So you need to go ahead and move forward with whatever this idea or whatever this project is that you have not been putting your efforts into. You need to go ahead and start doing that now. All right. As far as the relationships, this can be possibly the end of a summer romance. All right. Maybe you had a fling with someone, and possibly it could have been a third party situation and it's coming to a close. Okay. So this represents the end of it. This card is asking you to have patience also. This can also represent someone who's possibly feeling guilty about something, okay? And so does this card. So maybe whatever the situation was that happened, you're focusing on what happened, the disappointment, maybe because you feel guilty because it was something that you initiated, okay? So that can be one possibility. That's not for everyone, all right? And this also represents more disagreements at work. So someone is having a lot of problems at their workplace, but you need to be careful of how you are communicating with others, okay? You can't let what is happening cause you to act out of character and lose focus, okay? That's just the repetitive theme for someone who's having issues at their job. All right. In the end of the month, you have the Temperance in reverse, which represents disharmony and imbalance. All right. This card represents that you need to work on rebuilding relationships with the people around you, whether it's at home, work, friends. Um, this these two cards, there's someone's out of balance. Okay, someone's out of balance, and you're having a heck of a month. And by the end of the month, you need to kind of get some control over the situation. All right. Um, Temperance in reverse. This talks about possibly not accepting constructive criticism. So someone might come in and be trying to give you advice and you're not taking it. So you may want to listen to someone. If you may not like what they're saying, but it may be beneficial for you. All right. This represents some type of unfairness, some type of imbalance. So something could happen at work that you felt was unfair. All right. And that's what this struggle has been over the whole entire month. All right. This also indicates possible drug abuse as well or substance abuse. So you just want to be careful of that because, we do tend to overindulge and drink and find other ways to escape problems. Some people tend to do that. So for some, that message will resonate also. Let's go ahead and clarify this temperance card. And we get the Knight of Swords in the reverse. All right, so the Knight of Swords in the reverse, this can represent a possible breakup. This represents a nasty fight. This can also represent a new person that or someone around you who cannot be trusted. This person is not to be trusted. This represents possible spying, possible leaking of emails or conversation. All right, this is a person that will record you and then play it back for other people. So you just want to be really careful. This also represents someone who's very cruel, very uncaring, very unfeeling. Someone who you never know what they're going to do because they just have no empathy or compassion. So you want to watch out. If there's someone in your environment that you feel has been causing you some problems, you really need to be careful around this person. All right. Especially if this is a coworker. All right. This person does not have your best interest, and they probably are out to get you somehow. All right. And if this is a personal um, associate or a relationship, this person is dangerous, could be dangerous. They could have a bad temper. They could be possibly even violent. All right. So that could be part of your stress and part of the reason someone has been in an abusive relationship and they are heard about it and trying to come out of it. All right. They've been trying to get out. You've been trying to get out of this situation for a while. All right. There's no forward movement with this situation. And at the end of the month, you're either trying to figure out how to continue to deal with them. If you're not able to walk away, if this is work, you're not able to leave this work situation. So you have to try to figure out how to balance what this person's doing versus what is real, how to balance your emotions and your responses towards them. Because maybe in the beginning of the month you lost your temper or you were acting out of character because of what was going on. Okay, so Leo, I just feel like you need to be very careful with someone in your environment, whether it's a family member, a coworker, or a relationship. There's someone in your environment who is trying to, or is creating a lot of problems for you. All right. And it's causing you to have delays and setbacks and things that you've been working towards. Okay. It's causing you to be unproductive at work. All right. So please, 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 if there's someone in your life, if you can't get away from that person, then be careful of how you respond, because they're really trying to push your buttons and trying to get you to act out of character. And they're just trying you. They're trying your life right now. So I know it's easier said than done, but try to maintain your emotions and your balance. Okay, Leo? I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye.